Welcome to Staying Relevant, the podcast hosted by two best friends. Me, Sam Thompson, and Peter James Jonathan Joseph Wicks. This is the bonus episode, and Pete is still not here. Now, if you listen to the previous main episode, it was with Jamie Lang, and I do urge you to go and watch it or listen to it if you haven't. It was really, really nice, actually. But Pete wasn't here then. He's not here now. Phone is off. Where could he be? One big show has started. I'm not saying anything, but it could be that he has gone to Australia. That's all I'm going to say. He's not talking to anyone. However, we are joined. I mean, I could do the whole fucking Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday thing, but let's be honest with you, we all hate it. So now Pete's not here, we don't have to do it. I am joined on this pod by somebody who only a couple of weeks ago was getting chanted onto the stage in Birmingham. Pippa Morgan, everybody.
Whoa! Listen to the cheer. Thank you.
How does it feel to be sat in Pete's chair?
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to react. Quite excited for him. Maybe he'll watch this online and be like, what the fuck?
You know Pete doesn't watch them.
No. He might see the odd clip if I send it to him on WhatsApp directly.
Pippa, you're holding your iPads with two hands, clutching.
Mic's nice and close. Pete speaks quite quietly, so I'm trying to save Josh a job and speak nice and loud into the mic.
Now, I've wanted to have you on this pod for ages, Pippa.
I
think
that
you've
a lot.
got a real story to tell. What an honour.
Enjoy this one. I know, terrified, excited.
Why are you terrified? You produced it. We're reading your notes.
True, I can cut out anything I want. Just buzzing, thrilled to be here.
First question, before we get started onto anything else. I don't know if anyone listening to this knows, but we did a book tour, and we are actually also Sunday Times bestsellers. We've already got to fucking done it, baby. We've goddamn done it. But we did a book tour, and it was just phenomenal to get to meet everybody and get to hug and we're such a family. We've grown a real community. We've grown such an amazing sort of family around us. So we're so grateful for anyone who turned up to Manchester, Birmingham, the London signings. So thank you for that. But we were going to have someone on stage at our live show in Birmingham, and it was 1,500 people in this theatre, and they pulled out last minute. So we asked Josh and Pippa to host the Staying Relevant show at Birmingham. Pippa, how did you find it?
I loved it. I thought it was so fun. Lots of wine consumed.
You got hammered?
Yeah, I did. My mum and dad were in the audience and they were like, oh, quite tipsy by the end. I was like, no, what? No, I thought it was so fun. It was really cool. Obviously not the original plan, but we made it work, I hope.
One of my favourite things about Pippa walking into that onto that stage was the double fist that you gave. Because Pippa as she went on, she went, I'm going to do what you do. I'm just going to go wild. I'm just going to jump around and do... And she fucking actually did everything she said was going to do, to the point where it didn't look like you.
Didn't feel like
you did the double fist.
Yeah.
You started doing one of these jigs as well. Then you realised the crowd didn't go wild. They went mild for that one, actually.
That one was a brief stint.
Yes, you stopped halfway through that.
Yeah.
But look, before we get on to sort of the more fun stuff, you were fucking marvellous. Both of you were, Josh and Pippa. You were absolutely brilliant, and you saved our fucking bacon on that show. You really, really did. But this is a fun podcast. We do have a team, and Pete got to do appraisals this time last year when I was in Unpacked, the sideshow of the jungle. Pete is now away, possibly doing the jungle. And you best believe I'm going to take my chance at this. So
let's do it.
I want to do some appraising. I want to be appraised, Pippa.
Let's appraise.
I want to have a chat with you about all things Sam Thompson boss. Now, Pete's not here to fucking bully you all.
No
so
comment.
Give me some good stuff.
Yeah, well, that's actually it's how full circle that he's now in the jungle. You were in the jungle. I feel like this comes out on the Thursday, so people will realise he's not in the jungle. It's just a little prank we've all been playing.
I think the press are actually going to think he's going out.
Yeah, I know.
Because people turn up late.
Yeah, 2 people.
Yeah, so it might be...
Maybe 3.
It could be 3.
Yeah, I feel like people will know, but just keep them guessing. Yeah, I feel quite well placed to appraise you.
All right, go on then. What have you fucking got? Wait, why do you feel well placed?
Just known you a while now, haven't I? Feel like I've known you a while, and in that while, we've kind of squeezed like 10 years worth of friendship into that
Squeezed.
time.
Squeeze doesn't
Just
sound...
so many calls, so many chats, so many catch-ups, so many messages, you know. I feel
How many
like
times did you say I'll call you a day?
would be interesting to find out an average. I'd say it's been every day since I met you. Christmas Day.
You've been with it through everything, to be fair, haven't you? So you are, okay, you are. Don't say squeeze 10 years of friendship. Like, we've had a lovely...
Oh, no. Squeezed is a good adjective. Verb.
The headlocks.
Yeah, less so. I wouldn't say they're part of, you know, the highlights, but they're there.
I first met, so Pippa used to produce on radio, and I first met her and she turned up. If anyone who knows Pippa, she's a cynical bitch. Like really quite cynical.
Not disagreeing.
And she has a list of people she doesn't like, and people get added to that list every fucking day. And by the way, Pippa's the kind of Karen who will literally be like, so now we're actually, I'm going to fucking praise you. Pippa's the kind of person, because loads of people want to know what producer Pippa's actually like, right?
Do they?
Yes, they do. So, Pippa's the kind of person who, if you piss her off, she goes, you're on my list. You're on my list. They're on my list.
I don't say to their face.
Your list is fucking massive.
Adding it to it every day.
Adding to it every single day. Pippa turned up, though, as a catfish, because, not in looks, in terms of, you look lovely.
Thank you.
Very sweet. And I panicked there. But
catfish and sweet.
Pippa turned up with this massive smile on her face. And was like, oh my God, like, I'm just so excited to work here. Like, oh my God, this is gonna be so amazing. And I was like, oh God, this girl's a bit full on happy. And then within 5 days, I think you were wearing a bucket hat as well.
What?
Yeah, I'm always convinced.
You can't just
okay.
You can't just make up that people were wearing hats, because I wasn't.
Pretty sure you turned up.
Why
in a
would
bucket
I?
hat.
Okay, why would I turn up to a job interview in a bucket hat?
Pretty sure you turned up in a bucket hat.
Fine.
And I was like, God, she's very very friendly. And then within 3 days, I'll never forget the first time she kicked the door of the radio studio and went, "Oh, I'll tell you what I fucking hate." And that was the moment
I realised I was in a safe place with you.
It's the moment I knew I really liked her. But I plucked you away from radio, and here we fucking are. So that's our backstory. You've known me for a long time.
Yeah.
Give me what you got.
Okay, these are more as like a boss.
Okay.
Before we get too personal.
Well, fucking hell, right.
Pros first or cons?
Pros first. No, cons first. No, pros first.
Cons.
No, cons. Okay, cons first.
Cons first. I mean, you've got the usual, like, eating all my food, I would say is a con.
I think you quite like it.
I'd say it's a con.
Yeah, but it's like bonding.
Is it?
Like a bonding
I don't think we need to bond too much more.
I think we do.
I think I'm good with the level of bonded we're at. The other things, like, I've written quite a bit of wind in the office, often in close proximity. He literally farted earlier and wafted it like at me. And you do that at like everyone all the time. That's a con, funnily enough.
I just know that's not going to get taken well. People are going to hate that.
But yeah, what do you do it thinking people are going to enjoy and like
I know,
it? Are you like surprised at the reaction when people are like, that's like not good?
Is that bad for staff?
Anyone in general, really. I don't think that's just like a staff thing. I don't think anyone's like, oh mate, that was fucking great.
You
Do
know
that
the girl that I'm dating at the moment?
I do know her, yeah. I've met her, exclusive.
What do you think?
I think she's great.
Yeah.
I really like her. I think I'm excited to see where it goes.
Oh my God. Do you think it could last?
Yeah, I don't see why not. At all.
Do you think we're matched well?
Yeah, I've met her once for like half an hour, but so far so good in my opinion.
Okay, good.
Do you think you're matched well?
I think we are, yeah.
Do you think you're going to last?
I hope so. But she's not my girlfriend.
Yeah. Yet.
But I am.
Surely that's coming soon though.
I haven't farted in front of her. And I feel like
how?
I don't know.
That's why you're saving it all up when you get here, because it's non-stop.
I just feel like that's the moment you got to ask them to be your girlfriend. When you can pass wind in front of your partner, I feel like that's when you're like, okay, now I can ask you out.
In that case, Peep, for your sake, I hope he never asks, because it's not a pleasant experience.
I'm just fucking nervous. As a girl, as a woman of the day.
You've called me that a few times now.
As a lady.
I think woman is fine.
As a lady.
Yeah.
If someone farted.
Yeah.
and you're dating them, right? But like it's not that far in, and they farted. They haven't meant to. Like it's not like they've been like, oh, have a smell of this.
It's not malicious.
It's not
like
a malicious
yours.
fart. It's not what I do to you. Like,
Yeah.
but it's just, but they have farted.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's fine.
Is it?
I think so. If it depends kind of how they react after.
How do you need them to react?
I would need them to be like, oh fuck, sorry, like, oh god, and then like laugh it off quite sweet. Like, I'm not gonna like hammer you and break up with you because you've passed wind.
Okay, great, perfect. So I'd be storing out, honestly, when I wake up in the morning, I'm literally like, oh my God, it's painful.
Yeah, but you can't, I don't think you could do it subtly and then just like calmly apologize afterwards and move on. You would literally do it and then be like, Ray, will you have another one? Ray. Like, I just can't imagine a world in where you're like, oh God, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. Like, you're absolutely over the moon anytime you do it.
All right, fine. So passes wind a bit too much in the office. Okay.
Yeah, one to watch out for in relationships.
It's going to go terribly.
Rarely in the studio, but when you are, I'll turn it into a small pro. You do bring a good energy. And I think you bring quite a good upbeat vibe that is hard to control and anchor at times as the producer. But hey, it's all part of the day job. But yeah, I think, you know, the Monday meetings is an elephant in the room.
No, you don't need me at the fucking Monday meetings, really.
It would be nice.
Well, you want me to bowl it, but Pete's got it covered. I'm just the, you know, I just
Got what covered?
Pete's got the Monday meetings
Yeah,
covered.
but what about which part?
The fucking bits.
Yeah.
The bits and pieces. The clobber.
The clobber.
He's got the clobber
Yeah,
covered.
So much clobber to go over in those meetings that you would know all about. Yeah, you don't really read scripts. You don't really like follow plans or structure. All comes under cons for me. It's just a bit fly by the seat of your pants, isn't it, really?
But I like that.
No, and do you know what? You wouldn't be you if you did follow plans, I fear.
Exactly.
It just shaves literal years off my life. Years. I think I've aged quite a bit in this job.
I think you've aged quite a lot as well.
Oh, physically.
Just facially.
Is that why you keep paying for treatments?
That's a pro.
That is, it is listed under pro. No, hang on. So you think I've aged?
But no, not like that.
I've only been here a year and a bit.
You just.
Do you think I've aged? Yes or no?
No, you just got a
But
couple.
you said yes a minute ago.
You've got grey hairs.
I do have grey hair.
Pippa's 26 and has greys.
Started at 24.
That's when I first met you.
Yeah. Funnily enough. Fuck me.
All right.
Okay, some more maybe pros.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Fuck me.
There's not many. Dress is better now. Pays for salmon sperm.
We'll take it.
And Josh told me that you sometimes give him your season ticket for Chelsea.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
Really good guy. Always there for you.
I said you bring
Buys
like
you
a
an
good
Apple
energy.
Watch for your birthday.
Yeah, he did buy me an
I got a Tupperware box from Pippa for my birthday.
which he re-gifted back to me for my birthday. That's a con. Re-gifts things. Ungrateful. Rude.
Do you know what's fucking lovely about Pippa is that she will pick up the phone you'll pick up the phone whenever I need. Whenever I need. It's no.
And it could be anything. Do you know what? That is one thing that I get asked so much. Is like, what is Sam calling you about? I don't fucking know. It could be anything.
I call you
Any
when I'm in
time
the
of
shower.
day, and it could be anything. It could be work related. I'd say like 30% is work related.
Yeah.
God, I've got to add it all up now. 40% is probably love life, relationship stuff, dating, girl opinions. That leaves us with another 30% of just like miscellaneous cooking related inquiries, kind of things like, how do I reply to this message? What should we do about this? Or like new business ventures and ideas, loads of them. that we're going through a real phase of business ideas at the minute.
We really are, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm excited to see some of them take off.
Do you know what? I feel like we sort of, the appraisals are all well and good. Basically, I've just found out that I'm a better boss than Pete, is what I'm sort of garnering from that.
Your
But
words, not mine.
Can I ask you a couple of questions, please?
Sure.
Okay. So, Pippa was on student radio at Leeds. Could have gone to Cambridge. Yeah. Could have been a real heavy hitting lawyer.
Yeah.
And here you are at Staying Relevant Productions. Are you happy with how it's all turned out? bear in mind, I'm being serious. Pippa could have gone to Cambridge.
When you put it like that, yeah, that was a real interesting conversation with the parents.
What was
kind
that?
of explaining where I was going.
What was that
and
conversation like with your parents?
why. So I worked in radio before, and I think telling them I was going to a startup set up by Sam Thompson and Pete Wicks. They were like, "Have you met Pete?" I was like, "No, not yet." That was a whole thing in itself. No, I've been very lucky in that I have their full support in anything I do, and they were like, "Give it a year, see how it goes, and if not, then you've got enough experience behind you to do something else." It's a safety net.
What was your first meeting with me and Pete like?
It was more of a lunch. That is one thing about Staying Relevant Productions is you will never have an actual meeting round a table in your life. Like I've never sat in a meeting with you guys. It's a lunch, it's a dinner, sometimes it's a breakfast. We'll go somewhere and have like an unnecessary sort of 4-course meal, like 1,000 drink options, and then we'll kind of just chat. And then at the end, it's like, right, so what should we do? Or it's a outside with Pete in the freezing cold. I don't smoke. It's just sort of watching him. Or it's a few phone calls with you in my free time in the evening. But yeah, no, I obviously couldn't be happier. I love it. It's not really a job, is it? To be honest. Like, it's so much fun. And I think the whole team feel the same. That I hope that you come in and like it. It's so fun. It's mental. I wouldn't recommend working here if you like kind of routine. Any sort of structure.
Well, do you know what? On that note, we got an email. And this,
Yeah.
I think, is for everybody in this room. It says, "Hey, Staying Relevant team. I hope this is the right email and you're all doing okay after last night. This is after the Birmingham show. I just wanted to say thank you for such a brilliant night in Birmingham. I came on my own, but ended up chatting to 2 lovely women who were also flying solo, and it honestly felt so easy and welcoming. You built something really special, and as Sam said, it's not just a podcast, it's a proper little community. On my way out of the theatre, a man, I didn't know who, and I'm certain had been at the show.
Important that he hadn't been.
Who I'm certain hadn't been at the show, tried to act like we were mates and offered to walk with me. It was weird and I wasn't sure what to do. Luckily, 2 people who'd been at your show, they were carrying your books, were walking it just ahead. And when the guy asked if I was with them, I said yes without thinking. He backed off straight away. I didn't even have to explain. I just knew these 2 would have my back if I needed it. It's really stuck with me. It reminded me that the space you've created is more than just fun. It's safe. And in a world you can feel a bit shaky sometimes, that means everything. So thank you for the laughs, for the warmth, and for making the world feel like a bit kinder and safer. You're doing such an amazing job, all of you. Thank you so much." That's from Rachel. And obviously that is so sweet. And me and Pete obviously read that and we're like, that is absolutely beautiful. But for everyone in this room and for everyone listening to the podcast, it is so, so lovely to hear that. And thank you so much. I feel like we built a really great fucking family. And
How does it feel though, like for you that you just started it as like literally having a laugh with Pete and pissing him off in a room when you read something like that? That must be really.
Do you know what's wild? We landed from Vegas, which by the way, fuck me.
Yeah.
Josh doesn't drink. I think we lost him in Vegas. Pippa isn't really a sender, absolutely sent it, but those are stories for another time.
Yeah.
When we landed from Vegas, we were fucking exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really ill. And Pete, you know what Pete's like, his social battery runs out after saying hello to 2 people on the street. So, you know, he was pretty dead as well. And talking to people may not always be the thing that you want to do when you're that tired. It was the best thing. It energized both of us so much. Like those book signings and talking to people and hearing people's stories and hugging people. You realize how much people have to give and how much you want to receive from them in terms of energy and emotion. And it's fucking great. And it's like you hug them, but they're also hugging you in like, I know it sounds really lame, but like internally. And it's like every single one of them has been on the journey with you, and you hope that you've been on the journey with them as well. And it's just fucking amazing. I had the Staying Relevant idea in the shower, and Pete said no for a year. And now look, Pete is literally like, now he's not here, we can talk about it. Pete's like the star of the show. And like we put him like in a position where I don't even think Pete realizes sometimes like how amazing he is on this fucking, oh my God, you know what? We can talk about Pete without him being here and without him getting weird. Like Pete is Pete on this show is the only reason the show works.
Yeah.
You could, I hope you don't, you could get another Sam. You can't get another Pete. Not only is he really self-reflective and really emotional actually in some ways and very, very good at giving advice, and he's been through a lot and he's got some great life stories and he does so much for animals and people and he's such a good guy like that. But the bits he doesn't like are the bits that everyone else is thinking. But I don't think he realizes that. So for example, if I would say, what do you think about the Summer I Turned Pretty? Or the Jellycat Cafe? Pete will sit there and think he's the only one on this earth
that doesn't get it.
What he doesn't understand is 90% of people on this earth are actually Pete Wickses.
I don't know about Jellycats, but yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he doesn't know. And long may that fucking continue.
Oh, he'll never lose it. Are you kidding? He'll never turn around and be like, fucking hell, get me to the fish and chip van. Like, he'll never, ever lose that.
Do you think Pete enjoys doing this podcast?
I think it's his absolute favourite thing he does. I know he sometimes says it's the dog show. And then we all love the dog show. The dog show's great. But I think it's this.
Do you think it's this?
I think it's this.
Do you think he walks in? Do you think he springs out of bed in the morning? No. How do you think Pete Wicks...
No, I don't think he springs.
Okay, go on. How do we think Pete Wicks gets out of bed?
I kind of like roll. Kind of like a little roll. And I'm like...
On his own?
Yes. Like very fucking hell.
Another day.
For some reason I imagine there's slippers involved that he kind of
think he wears
slides
slippers?
his feet into. Yeah. He is a man. And he gets a rep of like, oh, out of a wheelie bin. Woo. But I think he's a man of like the slight creature comfort.
Oh, 100%. He's got
He'll
under
have like
eye bag
lovely
masks.
Egyptian cotton.
I
imagine.
Yeah.
And like a feather duvet. And he'll roll into his like eyes kind of still half closed, like stumbling around. Fuck me. Let's hope he never watches this. He'll kind of stumble through, and then he'll like just imagine a bit of water like splashed on the face, and then like.
So he's done about 3 roars so far since he's woken up.
Lots of porridge. I know. Like I remember every time. Like I remember me and Josh talking to him about what he eats in the morning, and I was so shocked that he stands at like the hob and like stirs porridge in a pan. But he does. He does.
What do you think
coffee
he does?
Bath, I'll have a bath, I'll have a bubble bath.
What do you think he thinks about when he's stirring his porridge pot?
Nothing.
What do you think?
I think so often, and I don't mean this in like a he's stupid way. I just think so often his head is nothing.
What, as in like that when he's looking at a wall, for example?
I don't even mean it. Help me. I don't even mean that I think he's fake. I mean that I think he just sort of is blank up there for a bit while he does
mundane tasks.
I don't think he's an overthinker. Put it that way.
When he does mundane tasks, I think you're right. I think that's like his meditative state.
I think he's thinking about stirring the porridge.
Yeah. I think when Pete gets home, he just goes into like a sort of stasis and just sort of like plugs himself into a wall.
Yeah.
like it just goes like, right, okay, I'm home. And just like goes, eek. It just sort of plugs in.
What was that? Oh, a plug.
Are you plugging in? And then like 7 a.m. comes and goes, and he like comes out and he goes, oh, all right, here we go.
But I don't ever expect, like there's, it's not a very relatable analogy, but it's like when I edit this podcast and the sound waves, like the waveforms on it, they go really high and you've got to try and get them all to a similar level because some will, often yours, will peak very high and there'll be a lot of screaming and shouting. But Pete, I never expect as a human being to like peak too high. Like he'll always just be sort of bubbling along. Like for example, so Sunday Times bestseller, we'll just throw it in again. I got a call from the book agents to tell me that we'd made Sunday Times bestseller. And they very kindly were like, I'm not going to tell the boys yet because I want you to be able to tell them. And like, if you want to like film it, hopefully, you know, by the time this goes out, that'll already be on social. And I called Chuckles, social Chuckles. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna call the boys. I'm gonna tell them the news. Da 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 da. And she was like, oh, what do you think Pete's gonna say? And I was like, not much. But he was thrilled. He was absolutely thrilled. But it's like oh, that's nice. And I was like, we made Sunday Times bestseller. Woo! On the phone. I don't know why I went in with that energy.
Yeah, you knew it was gonna.
It's never gonna be mirrored. And you kind of get it. Like, oh, it's nice. Yeah, it's not bad, is it? And then you like lose your fucking shit. But yeah, I don't ever imagine Pete to do anything with like much gusto.
No, because it's your job's to make him do it.
Yeah. That's one thing about working with Sam. Everything's my job. Everything that's scary is my job. You've got to do it, Pippa. You're the producer. You've got to make Pete do that. Fucking.
Oh, Pippa, this is fucking great. Now, look, these are questions that...
Before we get onto the questions, you did miss a small bit off the end of that email.
What was it? Oh, yeah. P.S. The last minute host was exceptional. The boys made a great choice putting you on stage, and we hope to see so much more of it. A flipping amazing evening. Snore. Right.
Thank you, Rachel.
I've already given you your props for that. You were fucking great. So, these are questions that I think you were going to ask us, Josh and Pippa.
Yeah,
right?
At the book show.
But these are questions that actually I think I would quite like to ask you. So, Pippa.
See you know what I said earlier about like following any sort of plan?
Yeah, no.
Like
Fuck the
script.
plan. It's out the window. Cards on the floor. Right, Pippa. These are questions I want to know. And these have to be fast-paced answers.
Okay.
Okay. What were your first impressions of me and Pete?
Sorry, this isn't very fast-paced. I almost thought was too energetic to be real.
Great.
And then one thing I will say about you is you are exactly what you get, but you have your kind of ADHD kind of mellow side to you that I think not a lot of people know about, but is so lovely about you. So I think that first impression was like, well, you're so high all the time. And then as you get to know you a bit more, you also have your stasis moments that are like so short and so brief. And then he'll like spring out like a jack in the box again. So that was a nice discovery about
Yeah, but no one really knows that about me. to
No.
be fair.
But it's not like you're still, it's so hard to explain. You're still you and you're still like 100, but you'll kind of be talking to Sam and then I go, oh, and he's gone. Like he'll sort of just slip.
Sure, that's one of the most annoying things, actually. Not to get deep, that's one of the most annoying things that people think about me, where they're just like, he's faking it. He's fake because I've seen him when he's not always that happy
Yeah.
and go lucky. And it's like, yeah, but of course I'm fucking not.
No, I mean, it's impossible and I would hate you if you were.
I would hate myself.
Yeah. But yes, that's one of the things I get asked.
What, go on?
Like when we're around people that don't know you really well, so say we're working with a brand or say we're working with something, we'll get a lot of like, is Sam okay? Is Sam okay? Like checking you're not sad or something. And I'm like, he's so fine.
Do you know, but that's tough though, man.
Yeah.
Because like, that's one of the biggest bum out things is that like, if you're not always at the place that they have seen you before be at, then everyone asks if you're okay, and then the vibe comes down. You're like, no, I'm fine. I'm just like recharging, or I'm just level.
You have like a pressure to be that energy in the room all the time, and when you're not, you affect the whole energy in the room because everyone's confused.
And everyone's confused, and then they think, oh, well, he's obviously just been faking it. And you're like, no, I just get excited. Mate, I just get excited. I'm so lucky to do the job that I do where I get excited more often than not. So, for example, The Jungle's a perfect example. Tony Bellew walks in. He's one of my fucking boxing idols.
Yeah.
Marvin Humes walks in. One of my, like, boy band idols. I used to listen to him all the time. Like, these guys, I'm going to be all over because, like, I'm so excited to see them. When I get excited, I get happy and I get jumpy and I get huggy.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. It means I like you. It means that I feel really safe around you. And it means that I feel really excited for what we're about to do. But there are times where I am just exactly the same as everyone else. But those times people go, oh, see, this is the real him. And you're like, it made the pressure. Because then you get scared that people are going to think that you've just like faked your entire life. And you're like, God, fucking hell. So then you start masking, which is a whole other thing. But yeah, that sucks. I hate it when people do that. Because I'm just chilling.
And I think it's took me a while to get to know that about you. Because I don't really have anyone in my life that has ADHD. I've never really, no one in my close friend groups ever had that. You're probably the first friend I've had that does have that. But you're quite good at explaining it. And you're very open, very upfront, which is what helps a lot of other people. And like, again, not to get too intense, but the stuff you do helps a lot of people. Like you, I knew you one-on-one, so it was easy for you to explain it to me. But the fact you also go out into that public space and talk about that and explain what that is. Like I've got a friend who started a new job a few months ago, and one of her like closest team members has ADHD, and because of like how you speak about it and what you say, she was like, oh, but I get that that's this and this is this.
Yeah.
So I don't read that as wrong. So that's really cool that you kind of get to alleviate that from some other people.
But it's interesting that that's the first thing you thought as well. It's the first thing everyone thinks.
Yeah.
It's the first thing everyone thinks. And you're like, fuck, I hope I'm letting them down.
No, it's never letting anybody
Do you know what I mean?
down.
Though? No, but it's,
I
for
hear
you, I'm always going to see you, so it's fine. I know I'm not going to let you down.
Yeah.
But if someone you know you're probably you're not going to see again.
You don't want them to walk away.
You don't want them to walk away and be like, oh, he's just like a fucking standard dude. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
shit.
It's like a pressure to be at 100.
Because Pete is known for being so blunt. Pete could turn around and someone be like, hey, Pete, and you go, fuck off.
So cool to have built yourself that, like,
Mate, it's such
that,
how easy
like an
it is.
empire on just like, fuck it off.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? He could literally turn around to anyone and be like, oh, fuck off. And anytime he's nice, people go, oh my God, Pete's very nice. And it's like, oh my God, what a lovely guy.
Yeah.
And then like, I'm out here in the trenches.
Fighting for your life.
Fucking fighting for my life. Being like, please like me, please like me. And then it must be so lovely just to be able to shuffle into a room and be like, you're right, fuckers.
It's interesting though, because then first impression of Pete, as you just said, was I went to a lunch, I arrived with you to meet him.
Yeah.
And I remember on my way there, I was like, oh, I don't really know what to expect. Don't really know what's going to happen. And you were like, you will be so surprised at how he's the loveliest person in the world. Because I'd never watched Howie.
Yeah.
I had no real
No one realizes
idea.
how caring he is.
No, oh my God. But both of you, like after the book show, Josh and I both received like the kindest, loveliest messages from you both. And like, I think a lot of people would expect that from you. But from Pete, he literally, like the whole team will be like a dad, and he'll say to me, like, if you and your family ever need anything, like, I'm always a phone call away. Hence why I called him when I crashed my car.
Which is fucking wild because I was in the car when she crashed
I
the
wasn't
car.
going to call you, was I? You're right next to me.
Yeah, but I know, but I could still have handled it.
What, on a phone call?
Yeah, but I could still have done things.
You were handling it. I was terrified. Anyway. But yeah, I think with Pete, my first impression was, oh, he's really fucking nice.
Yeah.
And he's very gentle. Whereas I don't think many people would think
Yeah.
to describe him as gentle.
He's a very gentle soul, is
So
Pete.
gentle.
Yeah, but a lot of these guys with the hard exterior are. Tony's the
Yeah.
exact same.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the guys like me are actually just sort of like quite one-dimensional. People like Pete are onions. They've got layers upon layers upon layers, and I love cracking those people open.
How many layers deep do you think you are?
Me?
Do you think you've got to Pete's core? Like, do you think?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Do
I know.
you?
I know exactly what's in the middle.
Really?
Yeah. He doesn't even know that I'm.
you know.
Mate, he doesn't. He has no idea that I'm swimming about in his. My swimmers are in his gooey center.
In the core. Good.
Yeah, I'm in his
Okay.
fucking core.
And he doesn't know about it.
No, not a clue. I've literally inserted myself into his core, and he has no idea. I'm in there.
See, I think I have, but is it year?
No,
long
you're
enough?
still miles off.
Really?
Yeah, don't even try.
Really?
No. Yeah.
God, terrifying.
Second question: what were our job interviews like? Do you remember them?
With you, I never really had one. It just kind of knew you, and then you were like, fancy coming working with me.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you not let me hire people with you anymore?
Because when we hired Josh,
Oh, so there's a fucking reason.
there's so many reasons in that one interview.
Fucking right. What?
Because you weren't wearing trousers, because you were in a vest, because you microwaved a roast dinner halfway through when I was just left. I'd never met Josh before. You're like, 1 sec, pop off to the microwave. Full roast dinner in a Tupperware, come back, eating the whole thing. You asked Josh if he was married, is like your first question.
I think that's a really
Not
important
sure
question
that's
to ask.
even allowed.
But yeah, I just wanted to know that, you know.
Okay, well, in short, I don't think hiring with you was an enjoyable experience. It's probably not one I would do again.
What? Fucking hell, all right, why not? Galena
You
was
asked the
great.
question.
Do you not remember Galena?
Because I did it with Pete.
No, I was
because
there.
I did the job interview.
No,
with
I was in
Pete.
the Galena. I was in the Galena interview.
No, you walked into the Zoom and put me in a headlock and shouted, "All right, fuckers!" And then you left, and then I was so apologetic to Galena the whole time, and I texted her after, being like, "I'm really sorry, it's not like that here." Little does she know, it's exactly like that here. Every day.
I still haven't put you in a headlock, Galena, have I?
No, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, fine.
Don't worry, Galena.
Fine. By the way, I don't squeeze when I put them in the headlock. I just want everyone to know that. It's a very loose lock.
You can still breathe.
It's
I couldn't gauge that on the Zoom.
No.
couldn't gauge out on the
Couldn't
Zoom.
tell the severity of it. But here she is.
All right, well, fuck
Producing.
you. No, I want to be
Producer Galena.
No, I want to be in every single job interview moving forward, please.
It's good because we're not hiring soon.
Is me and Pete running the company anything like you thought it would be?
No.
Okay, why? Don't sigh.
Because you kind of don't. And Pete is,
rude.
do you know what? We're hitting a turning point, me and Pete,
Oh my God.
where I'm getting like way more decision-making power. So anything listeners do like, or that was me, and anything you don't like was probably a Pete decision.
Great. So I'm basically just cool. I'll just go and fuck myself. No, it's cool. No, I'll just go and fuck
You
myself.
have a good time.
Right, I am. So it's fine.
Good.
If you didn't have these jobs, what would you do?
I really wanted to be a dolphin trainer.
Sorry, where did that come from?
But now I'm going to get a load of animal rights people coming for me. I don't want to do that anymore, and I don't.
Why did you want to be a dolphin trainer?
Just loved it.
You like dolphins?
Love dolphins.
Give me a
Wanted
dolphin
to be a
sound.
marine biologist.
Give me a
for
dolphin
bit.
sound. Oh my God, you've practiced. That's actually someone who's practiced.
I wanted to be a marine biologist for ages, and then I saw some dolphin show when I was younger where they're like jumping and flying around, and I was like, it's a bit me.
So from dolphin trainer to podcast extraordinaire, Pippa fucking Morgan. Who's getting cancelled first, me or Pete Wicks?
It could go either way. It could, and do you know what? We'll all be fucked. Like if you get cancelled, I'm fucked.
Why?
Because who's going to do the pod? Maybe me. You would get cancelled for something you didn't even realise. You would kind of just say something you didn't remotely mean offensively, but you'd have just got your words muddled and you would have accidentally come out with something awful. Pete would get cancelled.
Pete, I think, would punch a pap. Do you know what I mean? I think he'd get in like a tussle.
He has got that layer of restraint. You'd have to really, really fuck him off. Yeah. Or I think Pete would get cancelled if someone did something to his family or to any of us or to you. Then he would, like, gloves off, he'd get cancelled.
So basically what we're saying is Sam's an idiot, Pete's just protective. Lovely.
What would it kind of take? Where's the line for you to fire me?
You couldn't get fired.
Josh?
Couldn't get fired.
Why?
What, my boy Josh? Not a chance in hell. There's no line.
But what if he literally took all the company's money out of the bank account and just left and you never heard from him?
I'd be
You'd
like-
still keep him in his role?
No, but obviously not, because he's done a runner at that point.
So you'd fire him?
No, he'd already fired himself.
No, because he's still
he's
on
on
the
the
payroll.
run.
He's still on the payroll and he's
He's
still
not on the
emailing.
payroll. We just take him off the payroll, but he's
that's
fired
firing
himself.
someone.
No, because that's a terrible example. Like, obviously, if he's done something illegal, I feel like I couldn't fire any of you. I couldn't do it.
No, I know. That's why I asked.
No, I couldn't do it. I'd probably...
What if you had to? Do you think you, like, see, I asked you this the other day. On Made in Chelsea,
Oh, fuck, here we fucking go.
you're like, you love a bit of confrontation. And I get it. I know it's a show and you have to do it. But you're there like, what the fuck, mate? Like Jamie said it earlier, when you have these fights, you just would never do that now.
Oh, but it's
like,
'cause-
I don't get that. Like,
There's no confrontation. There's nothing to be
but there
confrontation
are
about.
opportunities in your life where I actively watch you avoid it.
When?
So many.
When?
People say things or like fuck you off and you'll just be, oh, it doesn't matter. Or you'll call me after and be like, God, I'm so fucked off. But like in the moment, you're like, oh yeah, don't worry.
I'm just a bit of a
I'm
flower.
like, well, who is this fucker on telly?
Yeah, but he was a young maverick.
But you were like, well, going for it. You're like so ballsy.
But do you think you want me to be like that again?
No, I'd be terrified. But I'm just so confused how did you do that?
I don't know, because you know what? Because reality TV is just different, isn't it? Like, you've got producers in your ear, and you are just sitting there being like, you know, we've got to sort of like give your all. So you're just like, fuck it. I'm only here for one reason, and that's to argue with that person, or to make up with that person, or to hook up with that person, or something like that. Like, that's why I left Made in Chelsea, by the way. The reason I left, I don't think I've ever even said this before. The reason I left Made in Chelsea was because I had got to a point where I didn't want to cheat on anyone, believe it or not. I didn't want to argue with anyone. I didn't want to like be cheated on. I didn't want to be involved in like drama that I wasn't actually caring about at all. And I was like, but it's a young person's game. Because when you're in your early 20s, those things do matter to you. Gossip matters to you.
Don't I know it?
Or yeah, well, we still love a gossip, actually, me and
Don't
you.
we
But like,
just?
but like those kind of things, you know, if someone's like on a night out on a Tuesday, like I wasn't going out. I was like, I left the show. I left Made in Chelsea at 26, and I was not going out midweek.
That's my age now.
And everyone was like partying, and I was just like, I'm I just couldn't do it anymore. So that's why I left, because I was like, it's a young man's or woman's game. Like, that's why I sometimes look at people and I'm like, how are you still there?
Do you feel that about fame in general, though? Like, now you're a bit older. Not old, just older.
Yeah, fucking hell.
And you're in that kind of public space. Do you feel still similarly? Because, like, let's be real, you've had a year in the press. You know, in and out of it at times, mainly in. Do you still feel that way? Like, do you ever think, like, fuck me, I'd just love to get out of that?
No. Press, yes.
Yeah.
But I love what I do. I fucking love it. Now, Pete always takes pictures like, so fucking loves being famous. I don't love being famous.
Yeah.
I still don't think we're famous.
No, I know.
I genuinely don't. Like, when we walk down the road and someone asks for a photo, I get really awkward and bashful. And I'm like, I get very thankful. I'm like, oh my God, thank you for wanting to take a photo, because it's fucking mental. Like, we're not Harry Styles. We are, and Pete is correct, two fucking idiots having a go at something that we don't even know if we're any good at. But I love the game. Like, I love the digital side of things. I love pissing Pete off and filming it. Like, that, the fact that that is a job, I've created a job out of annoying one of my friends. And like, that actually can be a job. I love the work part of it so much, because it's not work.
Yeah.
Which
you're
is-
either like happiest doing your digital and making your like videos.
I love making content.
and doing stuff like that, or you're happiest doing like this, the
Yeah.
pod, or like on telly and like actually presenting and hosting and like the career side of
Energy.
it. Or weirdly, which I don't know if many people would guess, you're literally happiest sofa, 2 cats.
Sofa and 2 cats.
And that's it.
On that note, am I going to die alone? Just me and 2 cats.
I hope not.
Am I going to be crazy cat dad?
No.
Be honest.
No. No. Because
You
you
know, is that, you know, when someone backs up a no with
No.
another no, and you're like,
no,
what?
no. Because I think this is probably too much, but I'm just answering your question whether it's in or out. You always think someone else is just you constantly think someone's gonna leave you or like not want to be with you. You're always like, but what if they don't want to? But what if like he'll go on a date and you'll be like, oh yeah, but what if they don't like me? What if they're gonna not be with me? What if they don't? What if they're gonna leave? But you read it so wrong, and like from my perspective and any outsider's perspective, it's like so mad to me that you always assume that. That would be my answer as to why you probably think that that's really likely, because you always think you're on the cusp of like someone
Disaster.
dancing, like yeah, like
Yeah, but that's because it's happened every time.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that happens to loads of people every time.
I've never dumped anyone.
I know.
You know, I've only ever been dumped.
Yes, I do know that.
That's a bad stat, that is. I have only ever been
It's not a
dumped.
great stat, but
Yeah. I just, mate, the run I'm on is fucking mental.
yeah, but now you think that's going to happen every time, and then naturally you now think, oh, I'll be on my own forever, but you absolutely won't.
But if I was on my own forever, would you still talk to me?
Yes,
Okay,
I would
cool.
still talk to
Could I come for Christmas round yours and Jack's?
you. Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, we've done the phone call. Next time we'll just do it in person.
Okay,
shall we?
great.
Cool, I'll see you there.
Deal. All right. Is Pete going to die alone?
No, I asked him in Vegas. I was like, but do you actually think that? Do you actually think you'll be with someone, or do you actually think you won't? And he was like, I really don't know. He was like, I genuinely don't know if I will or I won't. And I hope he doesn't mind me saying that, because I've said it now.
Well, he said it on the pod.
But I don't think so. He's got way too much love to give. It's almost like he just doesn't quite know how.
Yeah. That's such a good point.
He has so much love to give, and I think he shows it to us. I trust you guys weirdly as much as I trust like my own family, the both of you.
Who's dad? Who's brother?
It's very obvious, isn't it? Do I need to answer that one? Use your brains, I guess, on that one. He's got so much love to give, and he gives it to people really easily when it's like in a platonic way, in like a friendship. Like he shows you loads of love, he'll show me loads of love, he'll show all his friends loads of love, he'll show his management, it's everyone, like as will you with like PR and like everyone that we work with. Like you guys, the team surrounding you are so fucking great that make my job really easy. Like I love working with everyone around all of us because we need the help. There's like 7 of us doing this fucking thing in this little room. And like you guys really luckily have built yourself such a little family around that have supported this and you. And he shows them all the love in the world. And I think he just needs to figure out how to do that to someone in a relationship.
Do you know what I think? I think you're bang on the money.
Really?
Yeah, bang on. I think me and Pete are quite similar in that sense. I think we're both scared of being hurt, being not hurt, but
do you
being
think
left.
that's what it is?
Yeah, it's the fear of abandonment. Fear of abandonment. And
he's going to come back to this podcast.
Yeah, and he's going to
be like, you're in my fucking chair. Psychoanalyzing.
Yeah, we both got the fear of abandonment, and that's why and that's why you're scared of overgiving. Because if you overgive, it's the pain you will feel if you get fucking sliced. So you do it first. Which is a very bad trait that me and Pete. He might turn around and be like,
you just said you've never dumped anyone.
Yeah, I know. Because I've always been dumped. That's why I've got the fear of abandonment. I got the fear of being fucking left.
I don't think you'll be left.
Pippa's psych. So me and Pete are going to be dads.
Yeah. Well, I find it so easy to write questions and things about Olive and Rose. Like, genuinely, I picture you as fathers super easily. And I really want to try and aim to have kids at the same time that you have.
When you have kids with Jack,
yeah,
can me and Pete be godfathers?
Yeah, I think you actually maybe would be in the running.
Oh my God, that's jokes.
I haven't asked Jack yet, but...
Yeah, fuck Jack's mates. Like, they're going to be nowhere near as fun as us.
Thing.
Oh my God, imagine taking Pippa's kid. I hope it's a boy. Actually, no, I hope it's a girl.
I hope it's a boy,
No,
and
you're
I have
such
one
a boy,
before
Mum.
you, so I can use the name Kit.
You're such a boy, Mum.
Thank you. I feel like I have two children in both of you, but whilst I also feel like Pete's kind of like my dad and you're a brother at the same time, it's a dysfunctional.
This episode has been for the real family that we got out there, the real staying, the relevancers I can use actually, because Pete's not fucking here. It has been slightly different. I used into the main episode with Jamie, but this one's been like an in-house, real lovely. I've really fucking enjoyed this, an in-depth look. Me and Pete's bosses, Pippa as a producer and a person. And we really hope you've enjoyed it. It's something a little bit different. And Pete is back next week. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere. Pete's back.
Yeah, or listen to the main.
Yeah, or listen to the main one. We really appreciate it. And basically the reason we've done this is because the Jamie episode lasted so long. We didn't have time to do a bonus, so Pippa very kindly stepped into the seat. I'm here for one more record, and then after that, I'm actually in Australia myself, not going into the jungle again. But
or is he?
But thank you so much for listening. We love you so much. Thank you for this bonus episode of love, and I really do mean it. Me and Pete have full hearts after that book tour, and after everything you've given us, the O2, the Trick Award, and the number one, not the number one, and the Sunday Times bestseller. Those three things are only down to you, our listeners. I love you so much. I hope that you carry on listening to us, because it is literally the thing that we love to do the most in the world. I love you so much.
Goodbye.
This has been a Staying Relevant production.